What's going on, guys? It is Faze Simp here, and today I'm going to be giving you a recap of our Major 2 victory. We were finally able to catch a dub after a year second places. I mean, nothing much to say besides it feels amazing. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So our first round matchup in winners ended up being Boston, which was not surprising considering they played a really good stage. Overall, though, I think a lot of people were kind of close to stage and seeding, or at least like the way qualifiers went outside of like 1 to 2 teams. So the first map of this series ended up being Fortress Hardpoint, and honestly I feel like this was a really good Fortress test for us for this event, considering this wasn't a bad Fortress team, but at the same time in scrims we're really not a bad Fortress team. It's really just matches that we really need to get it like locked down. Started out pretty slow. We started on good side, got insta flipped right away, and overall I honestly feel like we trolled both of the P3 rotations. On that map you can't really win it without getting a single P3, because overall it's like 120 points, and we ended up only losing this map by like 60 points, 50 points. So you gotta think, if we get one of those P3s you probably win this map. But yeah, we ended up losing this map 199 to 250. It's kind of a tough way to start the tournament, but overall I don't think anyone was really too worried going down 0-1 in this series for us. Next map we have Embassy S&D. Honestly I feel like for a lot of the S&Ds I'm not gonna have a lot to talk about. For the most part this was easily our best mode this tournament. We didn't drop a single S&D. I think we went like 11-0 or like 10-0 or something like that at the event. 7-0, I have no clue. But it was super good. We didn't lose a single one, and honestly I feel like this was just a bad choice for Boston to play us on this map. I feel like all throughout the online stages we were really good at Embassy S&D. You know, nothing really changed up. We ended up winning this map 6-2. And yeah, there isn't really much to say. It was kind of just a smoke show of a map for us. So now 1-1 in the series, going into a Asilo control. So going to this Asilo control, honestly any control we were super confident in this event. I think our control game has been really good. It's just a matter of being clutch in the controls. I feel like for the most part on our offenses and our defenses we have a really solid plan, and honestly just good teamwork on most of these maps. So started this map pretty hot, man. We started this map 2-0. We just played a good offense, played a solid defense. I feel like control is pretty standard. On the rounds we did lose though, we didn't capitalize off of our kills on our second offense. There were a couple times where we got kills and maybe could have stacked, but overall our second offense we didn't really have a lot to work on. And then honestly with the defense we kind of just all died at the same time. They put really good pressure on the B point. We died 2-3 times, and once 2 or 3 of you die on a silo control, it's really just a matter of hoping your nades do damage. Hopefully one guy gets a 3-piece, otherwise people are just stacking, people are capping, and that's what ended up happening. We went up 2-0. They played 2 solid rounds afterwards, went round 5, and then we had offense round 5, and in my opinion they were just super confident. I feel like they were playing just super fast, like they kind of just flipped the switch that map, and we ended up losing last round 2-3. So lost that map 1-2 in the series, going to a Mercado hardpoint, and having to win a hardpoint I guess made it a little bit scary, but overall responding to a Mercado next, so we weren't too worried. So Mercado hardpoint for us has been a really good map throughout stage 2. I think we had like a pretty solid record, like a 3-1 4-1 record on it, and I think it kind of showed this map. We ended up winning this one 250 to 105, and this is a map I feel like it's just really rotational heavy, and we do a really good job on this map just winning rotations. You know, it also helped that MC was kind of having his own way against these guys, but I don't know, overall it was a pretty solid map from us. You know, when you're winning by 150, I feel like it's kind of just a smoke show, especially in this game. So yeah, not much to say besides we were just slamming. Now going into a map 5, you got to think our confidence was on top of the world, just because you know, it's an S&D. It's our bread and butter for this stage, and it was the mode that we've been relying on basically, like I said, all stage. And this was just another kind of smoke show of an S&D. We ended up winning this game 5 6-0. Honestly didn't feel like we were doing anything too crazy. Didn't feel like they were doing anything too crazy. It was kind of just us clutching up a lot of the rounds. There was a lot of 1v1s, a lot of 1v2s that went down that could have gone their favor, but it ended up going ours. Personally I did nothing this map. I was like 1-5, 1-6. I was straight vibing, but yeah, we ended up winning this map 6-0. Our S&D looked great in this series, which is honestly great for this tournament because, I don't know, S&D wins championship. So, won the first series 3-2, now going to a winners round 2 against Toronto. So going to this Toronto series, honestly felt like a lot of us were thinking that, not thinking, but it kind of felt like whoever won this series was going to win the event. Just because how Toronto was kind of looking and how we were kind of looking heading into this event. I don't know, overall we played a really good series against these guys in my opinion. We ended up playing Mercado HP first, and this is one of their better maps. It was kind of just like an ego chow map out of both teams to see who would kind of win it. And you know us, bro, we took this map. It was 250 to 153. This map's all rotational based, like I said, for the Boston series, and we do a really good job of rotating and controlling the sides on this map. And you know, at the same time, MC's always frying on this map. He was frying Boston on this map. He fried Toronto on this map. And I think MC will continue to fry just on any map. So yeah, won this 250 153, heading into an Asilo S&D. Just going into this Asilo, you know, we already know we're feeling super confident. We had a game 5 6-0 win against Boston on this, and a lot of our S&D maps felt like we fixed, or not fixed, but it felt like we really improved a lot of the situations that we were bad at on some of these S&D maps. We didn't really do anything crazy. It was kind of just us taking over. I mean, we were constantly clutching man down situations. You know, 3v4s. There were a lot of us were popping 2 pieces. Personally, I went on an 11 streak on this map. Somehow I was just getting like 3 per round, popping Daddy, making plays. And honestly, search and destroy from online to LAN is not incredibly different, but the way you can just play off of sound cues online is just so cringe, and I don't know, it's definitely different. But we ended up winning this map 6-1. You know, smoke show style, and now we're going into a hotel control, which you know, wasn't much of a different story. So going to this hotel control, we were feeling super amazing. I mean, I know our stats don't always show it, but I feel like our control is really just still good. We're still like godlike in my opinion compared to like how it's been previously. I feel like this event kind of showed how good we are at control at the same time. This map wasn't that different. We had a solid first round defense. Just controlling bed, making sure they couldn't do anything. It got kind of scary towards the end of the round. They got a couple kills, hopped the point, and they got a tick or 2 at B, but they didn't really have many lives at that, and they weren't able to, you know, cap it all the way. We won the round. So after winning that first defense, it brought us to an offense, and honestly, I feel like the way we won this offense kind of called game. It was kind of like a last second kind of get kills, hop point, and make it work kind of thing. They had our better control most of the time. And we really just went around, got kills, hot point, made the guys bed overextend, and ended up dying too. So we went up 2-0 in the control, and then we ended up trading a defense and an offense, or whatever it was, and we ended up winning 3-1. The Saturday match was definitely good for our confidence going into the Sunday. So yeah, won this match 3-0, and now we're going into Champ Sunday against Rocker in winners finals. So first map against Rocker was Hotel Hardpoint, and this was a really close map. In my opinion, it could have gone either way if a couple situations didn't happen to us. Like the first P3 rotation, we were set up, me and Tyler, and he ended up team nading me by accident. And the way P3 works, if there's 2 of us in there, you can kind of 2v4 with 2 of you in there. So if honestly, if I just don't die there, I feel like we can hold that hill. Or at least 30 seconds of that. And then we also got instant broken on another hill or 2, like a P2 and I think a P4. I don't exactly recall, but you know, there's a couple things that didn't go our way, and we ended up losing this map 223 to 250. You know, as it shows, our hardpoint was still pretty iffy at this event. I feel like our hardpoint was iffy all stage for some reason, even though in our scrims it didn't feel like it the entire time. But yeah, ended up losing this map 223 to 250, and that brought us to an Asilo S&D game 2. This Asilo S&D was kind of a smoke show. We went up 5-2, and then they won 2 in a row. It got a little scary towards the end, but we ended up winning 6-4. And I feel like the difference maker on this map for us was just we were just super clutch this map. I mean, I wouldn't say we did a good job getting bloods all the time, but we did a really good job of like making use of like our bomb down situations, or just really just being clutch when we needed to be. And when everyone can do that on your team, it makes your S&D very scary. So we won this map 6-4. Nothing insane. You know, everyone was clutching around. But yeah, tied the series 1-1 going into an Asilo control. This control ended up being their best control, but in my opinion, this map was a super close map. We were going back and forth, you know. I think we ended up winning first defense. They ended up winning a defense, or I forget if it was defense or offenses, but we were just trading rounds. And honestly, I feel like if a gunfight or two go our way on our last round or two, we ended up with just win this map. But the way control works, you know, you lose one gunfight, you don't get a trade, and especially on a seal, people are just going to stack, people are going to cap, and like I said, this control is just back and forth, and yeah, it's just kind of how it goes sometimes. So ended up losing this map 2-3, which brought us down 1-2 going into an embassy hardpoint. So going into this embassy hardpoint, even though we're down in the series, we were feeling on top of the world. I mean, this is one of our best, if not one of our better hardpoints throughout the stage, and you know, we kind of just showed it. This was honestly a slam down. We were all just winning a bunch of our gunfights, and we do a really good job of getting P1 and P4 time. I mean, not much else to say, bro. We were just slamming them gunfights. Me and Tyler were having, you know, MC, he always be having. Austin was doing his thing, and yeah, just won this map 250 to 137. Straight smoke show into a hotel S&D. Now, this hotel S&D is probably, in my opinion, the map that won us this tournament, or at least one of the two. I feel like this map really fixed our hotel S&D going into grand finals. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, our hotel has been a little weird for S&D with our offenses, in my opinion. They were kind of doing a good job just slow playing, making this work for the rounds, and kind of just not really giving anything up. But we started playing with some confidence. We started making plays on the map, and we ended up going down 3-5, which, you know, obviously sucks when it's game 5 winners finals. I don't know. It's not that you feel pressure, but you know, it's a 3-5. But as soon as it hits 3-5, you're like, oh shit, 3-5 curse time. And that's what we ended up doing. We ended up making the comeback. Last couple rounds, I feel like everybody kind of took over. I took over our offense, and Tyler took over our defense. And then round 5, it kind of just felt like we all did our part to, or not round 5, round 11, it kind of felt like we all did our part to like get kills and just work the map together. But once you get to the round 11 from a 3-5, you kind of feel like you have all the control in the world. So we ended up winning this one 6-5. Afro was in like a 1v3 at the end, couldn't do much. And yeah, we ended up winning that series winners finals for a spot in the grand finals. And yeah, we're playing the Thieves. So going into this finals against Thieves, there honestly didn't really matter what team we were playing in finals. We kind of felt like we were gonna smoke them either way. Not smoke them, but like, you know, win, obviously. Just because the way we were playing Search Maz's tournament, we kind of felt like all we had to do was like take one respawn and just win the searches for the most part. And that's honestly what we ended up kind of doing. The first map of the series was a Mercado hardpoint, and in my opinion, we probably should have won this map, but let's talk about it. This map was a pretty back and forth map. You know, as Mercado goes, it's very rotational heavy, and Thieves is a very fundamentally correct team. So we were kind of just trading hills back and forth, and in my opinion, there were two situations that really tossed this map away for us. There was one 10 hill where Austin didn't hear a call out, and Envoy ended up popping a 3-piece, which, you know, obviously sucks. And we ended up getting broken for that, like 30 or like 40 or something like that. But 10 hill, you should never be getting broken. It's like a straight money hill. And then towards the end of the game, we kind of let this guy sneak through P2 to our back, like Barber Alley. And he ended up popping like a 2 or 3-piece and kind of called game there. So that was super, super tough. Only lost this map by 2 points. So I feel like if we win this map, we honestly have a good chance of 4-0ing just because of how the next couple maps went. So yeah, lost this map 248, 250. Pretty bad way to start the finals, but you know, we got S&D coming up. So the next map of the final was Hotel S&D, and like I said from the Rocker series, it honestly felt like the way we won that map against them really improved our Hotel S&D for the finals. You know, S&D wins championships. We didn't lose a single goddamn S&D this event, and it definitely helped us win the finals. So there were a lot of situations on Hotel where, or honestly S&D in general, we're playing man down, and we're doing a really good job of like someone popping a 2-piece or someone making a play to even it up 3v3 or just getting instant trades. We do a really good job of turning our man down situations into something, and I feel like that's something a lot of teams can't do at the moment. And at the same time, you know, I dropped 14. This was just one of those maps where I was kind of taking over. Started the game popping a 2-piece in kitchen, both, you know, the guys on the snaking headies. So I don't know, it was a good bounce back map from us. We won this map 6-3. And especially because it's Hotel S&D, it felt good taking that one that way. So series is tied 1-1 going into a hotel control. Now this hotel control, I feel like was a big part, or at least the controls were a big part of when we won this series. You know, obviously we didn't win a hard point, but these are also, I think, undefeated in control until this final, I think. Taking this map and kind of stripping away their confidence a little bit in like that final situation was huge. But yeah, let's talk about the control. I feel like on our defenses, we did a really good job of kind of controlling mid, controlling bed, and just not letting them get anywhere near the point or like make plays on our base. There were a couple times we talked about how we wanted to play this map at the event, and I feel like getting on the same page really helped make us just godlike at hotel control. It was honestly unfortunate that a team kill came in round 4. Otherwise, I think we win 3-1. MC, like, we got a couple kills, and I went to go push out L desk to mid, and MC went to go nade his L desk and ended up sticking me by accident. And as I died, the guy kind of like chowed from mid to L desk and then killed MC. So it was a really unfortunate situation where, like, if we just killed that one guy, we probably win the round, get him a little bit more control. Like, you never know what happens. So that was a tough way to lose round 4, but we ended up icing up round 5 on our defense. And like I said, I feel like this was a huge map to win, just because I feel like they were kind of expecting to win controls the way their record was going. And yeah, this ended up giving us a 2-1 lead in the best of 7, going into a hotel hardpoint. So this hotel hardpoint was another map we ended up losing. It honestly feels like P2s and P6s, we never have a lot of control. P4s kind of as well. I feel like our P4s have gotten a lot better. But those are the two main hills where I feel like we never have a lot of control, never getting a lot of time. Like, it's never just a money hill for us. So definitely need to fix that. And we were just getting insta broken a lot of the time. And when you're playing a fundamentally good team like Thieves, they're gonna, you know, punish you if they get 2-3 kills. So they're gonna spawn you out, they're gonna spawn you far. And yeah, I honestly felt like we were kind of just, you know, trailing this whole map. We ended up losing 250 to 180. And yeah, they just played a really good hotel hardpoint. Ended up losing that, and the series is now tied 2-2 going into an Asilo S&D. Now this Asilo S&D is where the series got super dangerous for us. I feel like we did a really good job of adjusting mid-round to how they were playing, to a, you know, kind of adapting to what they were doing, what they were giving, what where people were going. This was just one of those nail-biter maps where it felt like it could have gone either way. I mean, we were trading round by round, and we ended up going 4-5. And in my opinion, Tyler kind of just saved our fucking asses this map. He ended up like 1v3ing, 1v2ing. I forgot exactly what it was. But the way he 1v2'd just was kind of nuts. I mean, I don't even know if it was 1v. It was like, I think it was a 1v3 like right away. But you know, he got a kill, and so got insta-traded, then 1v2. The guys just dropped down from catwalk into like a control point, and they kind of don't do it together. So he kills one, runs inside bottom mid, and the other guy kind of chases and he just kills him. And if he doesn't do that, you know, obviously we lose this map 6-4, and losing an S&D, you know, who knows what's going to happen to us. So we ended up winning this map 6-5. And like I said, Tyler definitely saved us this map. So this brought us to a 3-2 series lead going into an Asilo control. Now heading into this Asilo control, we were feeling on top of the world after that S&D win. And especially with what we were hearing about their Asilo control, it felt like we were just in very much control of the map. You know, they didn't have a lot of reps on it. And when a team doesn't have a lot of reps on a map, they're probably avoiding it for a certain reason. And it kind of just felt like they either ran out of gas or they just didn't really know what was going on in this map, because we were just smoking them. First round on our defense, we put them in the most demonic trap I've ever seen a team get put in on a solo control. I feel like outside of that, there wasn't really anything crazy this map. You know, we played a solid offense where we got a couple kills, stacked point. And yeah, we were just slamming them. Next defense, double defense, we just ended up winning 3-0. I feel like as soon as we won our offense and we went up 2-0, it felt like we had won, just because it felt like they didn't really have an answer on this map to what was going on. And we were just playing with all the confidence in the world, just taking every gunny, going everywhere on the map, and just weren't letting them breathe. So we ended up winning this map 3-0, taking the series 4-2 to become your Boston champions. And honestly, it feels really amazing to catch another dub. And somehow I ended up getting MVP, which is kind of absurd when I think about it, because I feel like I've been just doing a lot to get back into form, whereas it felt like getting MVP, everyone was like, you know, you were playing super good this event. So I don't know, overall I'm super happy we won this event, super happy with how the team played, and I'm just excited to be able to win a hard point in a series, because I feel like as soon as we can win a hard point, we can start 3-0 teams, and that's where we're gonna start looking really scary. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like. If you're new here, make sure you drop a sub in the comments below. Let me know what you guys' favorite part of the tournament was. See you in the next one. Later.